to all my dear class 10 students. Welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. We are back with Operation 95 Plus and today we are going to deal with complete economics. But before that, just let me know in the live chat option to all those students, am I audible, visible and everything is fine so that we can proceed with the session. So you guys know that we are going live since a long time and we have done complete history. Then we have done complete civics, geography, and by today the target is to complete your economics in the form of MCQs, but we will deal everything in detail. So I just want all of you to share this live session link with your friends and we can get all together here and answer the questions so that you can practice for your board exams. So I hope that your pre-boards are going on, or some of your pre-boards might be starting in few days. So that is the reason we need a very good preparation for our exam. So just let me know in the live chat option that all of you guys have joined and everything is fine so that we can proceed further. So students, have you noticed that in the recent some days we have given you certain videos on our platform? Like last video was related to what? All the important dates of history. So you know that in that single video you will get all the important dates, not only for history but also from civics, if there are some dates, geography also and economics also. That is a combined package that is going to help you. You can take the print of that, stick it in front of your table. Okay, so basically pre-board 2025, okay, this operation was to target it, and today the complete session, it will be the last one because we will cover economics by the day. Okay, let's start with the first question of the day. I want every one of you to answer the questions over here. Try to answer the correct answer. If not, we will discuss and I'll explain everything to you in detail. So the question number 1 in front of you is, which of the following activities fall under the secondary sector? Right? If you guys have joined the session, you can share it with your friends too, so that we all can come together and start a competitive atmosphere for today's session. So which of the following activities fall under the secondary sectors? Options are option A, cultivating wheat on a farm. Option B, that is transporting goods via trains. C, that's providing banking services. Or D, it's manufacturing bricks from earth. So meanwhile you guys are thinking about the answer, let me tell you that this particular question is from the chapter Sectors of Indian Economy. Okay, and in the starting of chapter, however, this we are learning from even class 6, class 7th also, that there are 3 sectors of economy. Okay, the sectors are primary, secondary and tertiary. There are 3 sectors in Indian economy: primary, secondary and tertiary. The primary name itself justify that it is something which is very like it provide primary substance for other economic activities. Yes, exactly. So primary activities are those activities which are dependent upon natural thing like agriculture, okay, dairy farming. So whenever the substance is obtained directly from the nature, then that activity is primary activity. But when we transform it into another one, then it becomes secondary activity. And this is the question all about. Which of the following activities fall under the secondary sector? Options are cultivating wheat on a farm. So if we look at this option, to cultivate wheat on a farm, it is basically primary sector. Why? Because you are doing this in a natural substance. You are doing it in a natural substance. Okay. Transporting good via trains, this is basically a service. You are not producing any new thing. So as you are not producing any new thing, then this sector becomes tertiary sector. Get it? Providing banking services, here the option itself says services, so this one is not the correct option. However, the correct answer here is D, that's manufacturing brick from the earth. Now what you are doing, you're manufacturing it. And do you know, my dear students, that secondary sector is itself known as what? It is also known as manufacturing sectors. In this manufacturing, what you are doing, you are just converting converting, okay? You are just converting the form or nature of a natural substance, okay? You are converting the form or nature of a natural substance. So this is the meaning of it, okay? Get my point? See how it becomes D as your correct answer. You can recheck your answers when I give the answer over here. So just give me a thumbs up if you got this first question of the day, so that we can move with the next one. Hello everyone, very good evening to all my students here. Shall we proceed with the second question? And the second question is here. What can be inferred about the primary sector's role in the Indian economy despite its declining share in GDP? Now pay attention, the question is very interesting, that we are seeing that there is primary sector which is basically the backbone of Indian society, but when we compare its share in GDP, there is a huge decline. Why? How can we infer that? Option A, because it is the most profitable sector. Option B, it requires the most skilled labor. Option C, it continues to be the largest employer. Or option D, it is no longer important for the economy. To all the students who have joined the live session here, hello and welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. By today we are doing complete economics in the form of MCQs, but we will be talking everything in detail. The question is in front of you. I'm waiting for your answers. Drop your answers as fast as possible and do share this link with your friends, guys, because I want maximum engagement so that we can create a competitive atmosphere here. So all the students, just tell me in the live chat option that which option will be correct here. Okay, which one of the following is correct regarding the primary sector's role? Primary sector's role in the Indian economy despite its declining share in GDP. So if you know that GDP is known as basically gross domestic product, what it is known as gross domestic product. I am just teaching you, meanwhile you answer in the live chats, okay? What is gross? The gross word here means total, okay, and domestic here mean in the country. So basically the total goods and services, pay attention, it is total goods and services that is produced in a country, within the boundaries of the country in a financial year. In a financial year, this is known as what, my dear students? This is known as GDP. Okay, so I have got the answer of Rohit as C. Why it is declining share? It continues to be the largest employer. Yes, Rohit, you are correct that primary sector, when we talk about primary sector, there is two different things. When we talk about employment, there is huge employment. 75% of the Indian economy is working in terms of employment on primary sector, but when we talk about its GDP, so it is not there. Okay, very good. Welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. Rohit, you're back here. Very good. However, you have just missed one question. We have done one question. No worries, we will continue from here. So yes, the answer of this question is C. So whoever has given the answer as C, very good. Next question in front of you. Which of the following examples best demonstrate a non-materialistic developmental goal? So this one is from first chapter of economics, development, which you consider one of the easiest one, right? So which of the following best example for the demonstration of non-materialistic development goal? Options are A, a farmer buying a new tractor. Option B, a landless labor getting more days of work. C, a girl from a rich family wanting as much as freedom as brother. Option D, a urban youth getting a high paying job. So basically materialistic goal and non-materialistic goals. By the way, everyone is working for materialistic goal. Everyone want car, everyone want house, and we need to hype in the society. So there are two types of goal. One is materialistic goal. Okay, when we talk about materialistic goal, it can only be fulfilled by money. Here only one option is that is not talking about money, and that is option C. That here the demand is of freedom, and freedom never comes from money. Okay, by the way, freedom also comes from money somewhere. So we are not going in depth about the society. A, B and D option here talks about money. Hope this one is clear to you. Give me a thumbs up if this is clear to you. Yes, answer C is very much correct. Shall we move to the next one? Today students are less. Seems like they are busy preparing something, or seems like they are not studying SST. What can be a major issue for today? Okay, moving to the next question. Meanwhile you answer this, we will be talking in between. Which of the following is an example of a primary sector activity? I have chosen simple questions in the starting and will move to the harder ones in the later time. Okay, so which of the following is an example of a primary sector? Primary sector, again very easy. Option A, weaving cloth from a cotton yarn. Option B, working in a call center. C, dairy farming to produce milk. Or it is D, constructing a building with brick. Very easy question. Answer it fast, as fast as possible. Primary sector, secondary sector, or tertiary sector? Yes, ma'am, I was also attempting a sample paper of maths. Okay, that's why you are late. No worries, I think the people are busy. They might be having some another pre-board there tomorrow, or some another subject. That's the reason I don't have good strength today, right, Rohit? Okay, so you got me the answer C, dairy farming. Point, weaving cloth from a cotton yarn. Now pay attention, from cloth, don't think that cotton is grown in the soil, that's why it is a primary. Yes, the growing of cotton is a primary activity, but what you are doing, it is weaving, you are transforming it. So this becomes a secondary activity. Working in a call center, service, tertiary activity. Dairy farming, now directly you are involved with the natural thing, na? So this is a primary activity. Constructing building with bricks is again a secondary activity. So yes, we are done with the easy question today. Answer is C. Moving to the next one, pay attention while answering this question, because you can get confused, however it is also easy. What can be inferred about the impact of globalization on small and domestic producers? On small and domestic producers, what will be the impact of globalization? Choose the correct option as the answers, and the options are: it has been uniformly beneficial as they get access to new technology. It can be. Option B, it has provided them with an opportunity to become MNC themselves. This can also be probably. Option C, it has posed major challenges as they struggle to compete with the cheaper imported goods. Or it is D, it has not affected them as they cater only to the local markets. Okay, so give me the correct answer to this question. Here we are talking about globalization. You have a chapter of globalization and Indian economy in your economics, and the very good news is that the chapter is not coming complete in your exams. Rather, a small portion of this chapter is coming, right? However, I have seen the frequency of MCQs is so high from this chapter. Okay, so I got the answer of Rohit and Jessica as C. Welcome Jessica, welcome to the class. Yes, you guys are very much correct. You guys are correct here. See, now when we talk about globalization, it is very clear that we are open to the global market, and there will be two choices. Right? The foreign goods will be coming to the country, your goods will be going out. But the major challenge is that we are going to compete with the imported goods, because there are certain developed countries in the world which have very good technologies in compared to Indian technologies, due to which their products are cheaper. Let us take the example of Chinese products too, Chinese toys particularly. So you guys were very much correct. The sticker on the corner is getting me. Okay, you are feeling sleepy. Are you feeling sleepy seeing these economics questions, Jessica? You had to study this whole chapter in school, yes, but the chapter is not going to come now. It's not going to come in your exam. So, okay, it is good for your knowledge, but don't compete it for your exams, okay? Fine. Moving to the next question. Pay attention on the board. Which of the following examples best demonstrates a public sector enterprises? So last year, one such question came, right? There were certain enterprises given. You need to answer which among the following is a private or public one. So they are asking you something out of the book also. So pay attention while you are analyzing your economy or society also. Okay? Option A, a shoe factory owned by a private individual. So, options are in front of you regarding a public enterprises, a shoe factory owned by a private individual, large IT company like Infosys, large grocery shop, or the Indian Railways. Very easy, very easy. I know you will be giving this answer very quick. Yes, this is the correct option because this is private, and this is also private, and the question is asking about public. So let us quickly recall what are private as well as public sectors. Private sector and their hit is public sector. So what is private sector? Which is owned and regulated by a private individual or group of individual. However, what it is owned by government, right? When we talk about this private sector, its aim and objective is to merely earn what, bacha? Profit. Or when we talk about this, the objective is only public welfare, right? And we will answer this 3-marker question ending with an example. Okay, first give me an example of a private sector enterprises fast. Hi Javin, hi, how are you? Hope you are doing good. We are completing our economics in the form of MCQs. You also participate and answer the correct options to the questions in front of you. So give me an example here of private sector and public sector. So we have public sector example, that is Indian Railways. Okay, Indian Railways. Fine. And here we can have the example of private sectors like Reliance. Yes, Tisco, very good. We can have the example of Tisco. We have Infosys and many more. So hope this is also clear to all of you. And the correct answer is D. To all those who have given the answer D, very good. Moving to the next question, the Human Development Report. Very easy. Human Development Report, which compare countries on the basis of education, health and income, is published by options are the World Bank, option B, World Trade Organization, C, that's Reserve Bank of India, or it's D, United Nations Development Program, that's UNDP. I'm very good, Javin. Private sector, public school, public government school, correct. Give the correct answer through this. Javin, you have given it as A. Here Jessica and Rohit. Jessica, you are telling it as B. you deleted it, very smart. So I have 3 answers as D. Javik, which answer do you want to say? Is it A or D? No worries. So, World Bank, it is not World Bank. World Bank has no, what we can say, relation with Human Development Report, right? World Trade Organization, no. Reserve Bank of India, how Reserve Bank of India can compare different countries? इतनी authority नहीं है उनको, right? The UNDP, United Nations Development Program. So we have seen in this chapter there were 2 reports. Okay, we have 2 reports, World Bank report and the World Bank report. World Bank report. And then we had the report, that is Human Development Report. The difference between the 2 was that here they have taken the criteria. What was the criteria? Okay, the criteria was per capita income, that's PCI. However, here the option is PCI, education and health. Do you guys remember this? Just tell me in the comment section right now. Do you remember this and you are able to write the 5-marker difference between both of them? Just tell me, otherwise we will be discussing here. Because you are busy in drinking coffee, don't take the name of coffee again and again. Otherwise, in my mind also coffee will be playing, right? then I will demand coffee over here. So we have D answer. Okay, moving to the next one. We have a question in front of you. All the students give the answer as fast as possible. When a government removes barrier to foreign trades and investment, what is the most likely immediate effect on the domestic markets? Okay, what is happening here? Removal of barriers is happening here. Option A, the quality of domestic goods automatically improve. Option B, prices of all goods in the market increases. Option C, that's competition among producers in the domestic market increases. Or it's D, domestic producers face less competition than before. Ma'am, I am also drinking coffee. Okay, you guys are teasing me now, I think. Okay, you are analyzing the sample paper, fine, and you got a question from geography, chapter 5 about bauxite industry that's located in Orissa, and an answer plus. Yeah, sometimes happen, right? Sometimes happen that they will ask you in detail to some of the topic which is not even given in detail. That's what SST is about. Now here, you need to take the benefit of your answer writing skills, that how you are able to make it a long answer, right? You need to tell that bauxite is that renewable or non-renewable resource, or which ore it is, where it is produced, how much percentage do we have, use that pie chart that is given in the book. So this is how you need to use your answer writing skills in such type of thing. Okay, so let's see, answer is, okay, I just got the answer of Rohit. What are you doing? Others are coffee paglu, ma'am. Okay, you are considering me as a coffee paglu. No, more of I am a Maggie paglu, ma'am. So coming to this, when a government removes barrier, what happens? Let's check the answer. They have written points like aluminium. So basically, yeah, they just took the way and moved your focus to aluminium, because bauxite is an ore. How they can write such a long answer without having so much content in NCERT? And this is how we need to fool the examiner. Got the point, Rohit? This is what you need to do, okay? Sometimes. Don't fool me, but okay, the answer is not A. It's competition among producers in the domestic market increases. Pay attention, this is a country A, right? And this is a country B, okay? Pay attention, what a government removes barrier to foreign trade. Now what happened when previously this country A was transporting to India? They need to pay what? Now they need to pay barriers. They need to pay barriers in between. Because of these barriers, what happened in the market? There was reduced flow of products. There was reduced flow of product. Now what happened? These barriers are removed. When these barriers are removed, now foreign goods are also here. So the competition among the producers in the domestic markets increases. Now they have a competitor in front of them. Okay, get the point or not? Jessica and Javin, what are you guys doing? Are you just talking, not giving the answers today? Have you not read the economics book yet, or you are just waiting for Rohit to give all the answers? Okay, next question in front of you. Now I want all of you to answer, okay? And on time, don't get late. What can be inferred about the fate of small producers who cannot compete with cheaper imports due to globalization? Again, there is one more question from the chapter globalization. Okay, pay attention, I am reading it again. What can be inferred about the fate of small producers who cannot compete with the cheaper imports due to what? Globalization. Options are, they have all successfully collaborated with MNC. There can be a chance. Option B, the government provide them with large subsidies to continue production. Option C, many of their units had to shut down, rendering workers jobless. Or it's D, that they have shifted to producing high-end luxury goods. So answer this one in front of you. Read it very nicely. Pay attention on your mind. Focus on your mind and give the correct answer. Okay, Rohit, I get it. So you remember that. Very good. In agriculture, I even forget that in agriculture I discussed about Maggie. Great. So yes, so which among the following can be a correct answer? One answer just now I have got, that is C. Others, anyone to challenge Rohit answer, because this one is little tricky from your economics book or from the chapter globalization. Jessica here is confused with the option A or B. Anyone else who is confused? Fine. So listen, I am giving you a justification to all the points while discussing. Pay attention, because these type of questions sometimes confuse us. So the question is, there are certain small producers in a country. They are very small producers living in village area, etc., making some handicraft products or something else, right? Now what happened from another country A, right? Cheaper products are coming to your country. Now these people are working everything from their hands. Hence, their prices are little high in comparison to the items which are being made by the technology, machines, etc. So, what are you going to buy? The cheaper products. Now, what happens with the small producers? They have successfully collaborated with MNC. Pay attention. Right? These small producers cannot collaborate with MNC. Rather, what MNC does, they collaborated with small industries, not the workers. They don't collaborate with the workers. Okay? So this one is not correct. Government do not provide subsidy. It is just a theory. Many of their units shut down, rendering their workers to become jobless. And this one is the correct option. Right? They have shifted to producing high-end luxury goods. Nowhere connecting this one. Got this point? Okay. Give me a thumbs up fast if every point from this question is clear to you. Fast. Where are your friends, guys? I think that they've missed this, that we were having class today, right? Share it with your friends. Don't you guys have friends, right? Okay. Acha, one quick question to all of you. Have you seen that recent video that I have put on YouTube? It's not just I'm telling you to share it or promote it. Rather, when you will go to that video, right? There is a PDF, and that PDF contains all the history dates, geography dates, civics dates, all the dates, right? Like for example, from the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe, there are more than 25 dates listed there. And from India, nationalism in India, around 50 dates listed here. Go watch that video, take the PDF, download that PDF from the WhatsApp channel, or in the comment section only the link to PDF is given there. Watch that, take it out and paste it in front of your study table again and again. I'm telling that in the video also and right now also. Paste it in front of your study table and start using that, because I have made efforts only for you. So use it, right? It will be helpful for you. Aryan will come after 6. Yeah, he is very punctual in coming at 6. He'll remember that I need to go in the class at 6 and will say, Ma'am, I am here. Fine. Okay, next one. The institution that issues currency notes on the behalf of central government and supervise the functioning of the bank in India is known as option A, RBI, B, NABARD, option C, SHG, or it's DWTO. Although I never wanted to put this question because I know everyone can answer it, but I have seen that this question is frequently asked in the exam, and if someone is there still making the mistake, it is the high chance let us correct it. So, see, which institution issued currency notes on the behalf of central government, and this one is from the chapter Money and Credit. Yes, Reserve Bank of India. So, Reserve Bank of India. So, acha, one quick question to all of you. Do you know that when was Reserve Bank of India established, my dear students? When was it established? Do you know that? Right? And even something was in news today. We got the 33rd CJI of India today. If you guys know who is he, just let me know in the live chat, okay? We'll talk about him. So RBI, Reserve Bank of India, basically NABARD is an institution that provide loans for agriculture workers. Okay, SHG, it is self-help group, we know that, and WTO here stands for World Trade Organization. Okay, all the 4 points here are clear. Moving to the next question, and the question is here. What can be inferred as a key reason for the development of services like transport and trade in an economy? So basically this is also from sectors of Indian economy, when we can see that the tertiary sector is rising so much. Okay, and we know that a 5-marker question always comes from this topic, that why is there a rising importance of tertiary sector? Are you guys done with this? Are you guys done with this question or not? Because for sure this is going to come either in your pre-board or boards, that what are the reasons for the rising importance of tertiary sector in Indian economy. So if not yet done, pay attention. Give the answer to this question. Options are: these services are the easiest to be provided. The government mandates the growth of these services. First, C. Development of primary and secondary sectors create more demand for such services. Or it's D. These services do not require any skilled labor. So Jessica here has answered C. I was on Twitter whole day. Why I don't know about this? So what are you doing on Twitter before your boards exam, right? And that too whole day. Spend a little time, not whole day. So I got your answer as C. The question also come on 5 marks. Yeah, very important. So the development, and in that also one point is there, that if primary and secondary sectors will develop, tertiary will definitely develop. Then who, if you are just producing potato, who will transport it to make French fries? Okay, so this is how it will be made. So development of primary sector and tertiary sector creates more development for such services. Yes, option C is very much correct to the question. Answer is C. Moving to the next one, just take your attention back from the French fries and coffee, and let's answer this question in front of you. Which of the following examples best demonstrates a formal sector loan? Okay, now something is different from the questions we were doing right up till now. The topic has changed. We are here talking about formal sectors loan. Option A, a farmer taking a loan from a village money lender at a high interest rate. Option B, a worker taking an advanced salary from the employer. Option C, a person taking a loan from commercial bank with proper documentation and collateral. Or it's option D, that's a person borrowing money from a friend without any paperwork. Easy peasy, you got the answer as C. Yeah, that's easy, right? Okay, Rohit, what is the correct answer? And all the students present here, I can see more you guys are present here. Answer here, okay? Participate in the MCQ session, because in future something crazy and interesting is going to come on this channel, Deeksha Vedantu. We are planning something very big for you guys, right? So I got the answer as C, a person taking loan from commercial bank. Okay, fine. So basically here they are talking about credit facilities. In that credit facilities we have formal sectors of credit and we do have informal sectors of credit. Okay, the formal word itself makes us understand that this is something that is registered under the government. Pay attention, because we are just going to solve a 3-marker question right now. Okay, something that is registered under the government. However, when we talk about informal sector, that is not registered under the government and do not work or follow the government rules and regulations. They do not follow the government rules and regulations. In the formal sector, what are the examples as they registered? They have everything to be followed, like collateral and all the thing. If we talk about the example, all the commercial banks comes as the example. Okay, cooperative sectors here come as the example. NABARD here comes as the example. When we talk about informal sectors, it's money lenders or your friends or your relatives. Like sometimes happen na, you take You take money from your friend for going out, not telling to your parents. Okay, RJ Jhalak, you answered it as C. Okay, do you want to become RJ or you have become it? So yes, C is the correct option here. Next question, beside per capita income, what are other dimensions are included in Human Development Index, that's HDI? Option are A, industrial growth and agriculture output. Option B, health and education. C, political stability and cultural diversity. Or D, environmental quality and infrastructure. Very easy answer. Give the answer fast. Very easy question. Besides per capita income, what are the other dimensions that we take in Human Development Index? Question is in front of you. I want all of you guys to answer. Here Jessica and Rohit has given me the answer as B. Fine, I get your point that you guys are talking about health and education. So what happened now? We know that there are two reports in the chapter development. One report was presented by World Bank and the other was presented by UNDP, that's United Nations Development Program, right? When we talk about this, so World Bank criteria was per capita income. However, besides per capita income, here was health and education. Yes, this question came in your half yearly. See, okay, Panchpatmalli deposits are in which districts? Panchpatmalli deposits are in which districts? I'm not recalling it like this. Just give me a time. Let my mind recover somewhere. Panchpatmalli deposits are in which districts? Is it in Karnataka? We need to check it, right? It just skipped from my mind. So it's health and education from this year, right? Clear with everyone? Acha, tell me that according to UNDP, right, HDI index, what ranking is of India? What ranking India holds? What is the rank? Give me answer. Yes, Jhalak. C. No, Jhalak. C is not the correct answer. Political stability, cultural diversity is not a factor. Rather, health and education is the factor. Okay. So, the answer is B. Fine. Moving to the next one. Government imposes a high tax on imported cars. Pay attention. Imported cars. Government imposes a high tax on imported cars. Tesla. Which of the following justification best explains this policy? Okay, options are A, to increase the number of foreign cars on the road, to make cars more affordable for everyone, to fulfill the requirement of a free trade agreement, or to protect domestic car manufacturers from foreign competition. Answer, easy question. It's hard. Yes, it's so hard to remember. Sometimes I also miss the things, right? Okay, answer this question. Government imposes a high tax on imported cars. Which of the following justification is more correct about this? Okay. 134. What do you mean by this? 134 if I am not wrong. Acha, okay, sorry. You were the rank I asked, na? Something is slipping from my mind. Everything is slipping, I guess. I am thinking that options 1, 3, 4 are not given here. What is he talking about? So, okay, basically high tax, I'm telling that, okay, high tax on imported cars. So when you import cars from another country and you apply high taxes on it, the prices of that cars increases. It is basically to protect the domestic car manufacturers from foreign competitors. However, as C, pay attention, if you are thinking it as C, it is something related only to some specific countries and not all of them. We don't have trade agreements with all the countries existing in the world. So here we are talking something about general perspective, not a particular perspective. Okay? Pay attention whenever you answer that, the option should have a general perspective rather than having a particular one. Okay, so this is it. Next question. An asset that a borrower owns, such as land or a building. So here we are talking about an asset that a borrower owns, such as land or building, and uses as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. Options are A, that's interest rate, B, demand deposit, C, credit, or D, that's collateral. Again, an easy question in front of you guys. Sticker is again getting you. Don't worry, don't be tensed. Questions are very easy today, okay? Very easy. Give me the correct answer to this question. D, F. What is F, Jessica, here? D. What are you doing? Your coffee is not working, right? It is still making you feel sleepy, I guess. So yes, the collateral is the correct answer. So basically, let's talk about whenever we go for loan, right? There are certain basic requirements to get a loan approved from the bank. Okay, let's talk about it. What is the first one that we require to fulfill? It's the interest rate. What it is? Bacha, it is the interest rate, because whenever you're going to take loan from any of the government body, regularized or unregularized even, they will apply that by this percent of interest rate you are going to give me. It can be 7%, 8%, 9% according to the sectors, right? Other than that, we have something to keep with them, that is collateral. Pay attention, what is collateral now? So collateral is an asset. What is an asset? There are two words in economics that you need to keep in your mind. One is asset and the other is liability. So what is an asset? Something, okay, something that is going to be profitable to you in the future. Something that is going to be profitable to you in the future. For an example, you bought a land, right? You bought a land in 10 lakh rupees and going to sell it in 12 lakh rupees. Just an example. I know that the land is getting so expensive nowadays, right? But it is profitable. So land, or you can say gold, these type of thing is known as asset. But you bought a bike and sold it after 1 year. Will you get higher prices or lower prices? Lower prices, and this is how it becomes a liability. So here the asset is basically what? Collateral. Okay, what are the other two things? One is mode of repayment. Mode of repayment, right? What is the third one? Give me the answer. अच्छा मैम आप कहाँ से हो? स्टूडियो से हो. वेरी गुड. Your hands are frozen because of cold, ma'am. Currently, I am in Bangalore, so because of the weather here, I am not feeling so cold. I understand in Uttarakhand and in the northern parts of India, it might be so cold, and you guys might not be feeling to study because in cold it's so difficult, right? I even used to cover myself from the blanket and then study, and after half an hour, I just get sleepy, right? So is this the same you are feeling, guys? Only 4 watch. Javik Sharma, yes. Okay, so tell me the third one, basic requirement. Consider that I forget it because I want it from you. So, interest rate, collateral or mode of repayment. What is the third one, Rohit? Yes, IT hub. फिर मैम, फिर क्या? फिर marks fell down. You belong to Haryana. Okay, glad that I'm working in a YouTube channel, speaking in English, and I'm getting connected with students out from different parts of India, and literally this is a great thing. Very good. Fine. So we have interest rate, collateral, we have mode of repayment. I'm not going to answer the third one. You are going to answer it because you guys are thinking now that let's talk to Ma'am and not answer the things. Fir for real. Okay, arey, you Gen Zs and your shortcuts, everything goes from my mind. Jessica will teach me the slangs of Gen Zs, I guess. Fine. Moving to the next question here. Which of the following example best demonstrates a conflict in the developmental goals? So, examples that demonstrate a conflict in the developmental goals. Okay. An unemployed youth getting a secure job in a bank, a farmer using a loan to buy a new tractor for his farm. C, that's an industrialist wanting more dams for electricity versus tribals whose land will be submerged. Option D, a student getting a scholarship to study abroad. Very easy. I just got to know that I have Twitter mutuals from Afghanistan too. Okay. Easy question, very easy. You guys have answered it as C in a single blink. So, industrialist wanting more dams. Okay, I'm just giving you one question, 2-mark question, and definitely going to come. Question is, state with the help of example. State with the help of examples how different people have. Okay, how different people have different developmental goals. So let's talk about it, how different people have different developmental goals. My dear students, if question like this comes in your exam, just initiate with an introduction and give the example of industrialist. There was an industrialist who wanted to make dam for the electricity because he wanted to expand his business, but to make that dam, the lands of the tribals will be submerged. So we know that the development can be constructive for one, however it can be destructive for another. Got it? So C is the correct option. I think today many of the question answers are coming as C, right? This question came on a 5-mark. Damn, you have written 5 points. Great. Thank you, Javik. Thank you. Okay. I just use Insta in the name of social media. Jessica, okay. I'll see your Insta. Don't worry. Fine. So, next question here. Economists classify, I'll see your Insta and send it to your mummy. Economists classify economic activities into primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. Which of the following justification best explains this classification? So now, we know that there are 3 classifications in economic activity. Read the statements over here. A, to determine which sector is most profitable. B, to separate government jobs from private jobs. C, to group them using an important criteria to understand the economy better. To make the calculation of GDP more complicated. Very easy. Okay, Javin, you came for the first time on our channel. Okay, you can ask all the doubts you have in your mind from me, but just ask the doubts from SST because I won't be able to answer you something from maths. I'm very bad at that, right? I can just tell you that on our channel we are teaching maths. We are having lectures of science and SST. I have done one-shots, I have done rapid revisions, and we are going lives from a small time, not so long, but we are bringing something very good to you every time we come here live, okay? Which may be development for one, may not be development for another. Correct. Very good. Twitter is way ahead, so yeah, it's way ahead for your knowledge. But right now, I just think that don't waste time over there. If you are wasting time, if it's just limited to your knowledge, then go for it. So today I think all the answers are coming as C, right? Yes, to group them is an important criteria to understand the economy better. This one is the correct option because why we are dividing it into primary sector, right, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Like you might have seen in this chapter, we are comparing all the sectors. We were comparing all the sectors so that we can know the details of economy, that how many people are employed in primary sector and how many income is generated. Similarly, how many people are employed in tertiary sector and how many people are working there. So just a quick question to all of my students here right now. Okay, right now, which of the following sector, primary, secondary or tertiary, is the largest employer in India? Just give me a quick answer to this question. which is the largest employer in India? Primary, secondary or tertiary? जैविन बैच लिया हुआ है, किधर का बैच लिया हुआ है तुमने? Are you enjoying that batch? Okay, answer the question. Which is primary? I logged in today after a month. Okay, primary sector. Fine. Okay, so we have seen a trend. Pay attention. We have seen a trend, and the trend was such that in 1970s. Okay, in 1970s, we have seen that in GDP the share of primary sector was somewhere between 30 to 40%, and that share has not increased tremendously. But when we talk about its employment, right, it's 70% from there, and still now it's the same. Okay, so it was like when we talk about some years before 100 years, primary sector was on boom. Then after that 100 years, secondary sector was starting. Technology came now. We need to compare with the manufacturing of Britain, etc., etc. But now what is going on? Tertiary sector is growing. Because of tertiary sector, I am able to give you class likewise, right? You're sitting at your home in your blanket because this is cold very much. Okay, get it. So you're not enjoying it. No worries, enjoy here. Whatever help you want, you can just tell me. I'm going to help you, right? No worries, Javin. So yes, the answer is C. And the question we need to do next is, what can be inferred about the employment shift in India, as I was talking about right now? What can be inferred about the employment shift in India as compared to the shift in its GDP contribution over the last few decades? Here we are talking about last few decades. I missed that. The next question is this, otherwise I wouldn't have talked about it. Option A, the employment shift has been seen much faster than the GDP shift. Is it? Option B, the shift in employment from primary sector has not been similar to the shift in GDP. Option C, that's both employment and GDP share have remained constant in the primary sector. Or it's D, the secondary sector now employs the largest number of people. Okay, answer this question. Very easy. We just talk about it. Welcome, Javin. Share with your friends also, okay? Don't become so biased here, mean here. Share it with your friends too, so that we can have a very good competitive class. I'm finding that today students are less, very less. Otherwise, we have great strength of students in the last few live sessions. But today, I think that might be they have some another exam tomorrow. Are your pre-boards going on, Javin? Okay, so here the question is about the shift in the GDP as well as employment. GDP and employment. Answer the correct option. Choose the correct option. Answer fast. Where did you went, guys? So, what do you think can be the correct answer to this question? The question itself says about, it talks about GDP as well as the shift in decades. So, basically they are talking something about 10 to 20 years. And we can see that in this recent 10 to 20 years, yes, generally the economy has changed a lot. The employment shift has been much faster than the GDP shift. So, I don't think, rather GDP shift has been faster in comparison to employment. Employment is such that only. Okay, the shift in employment from primary sector has not been similar to the shift in GDP. So we know that there is a huge shift. Employment Okay, it can be correct. Both employment and GDP share have remained constant in the primary sector. Not at all. The secondary sector became the largest employer. Not at all. So you can get that B is the correct option, because we have seen that no larger shift is seen, has not been similar to the shift in what? GDP. Still, the largest employers are in primary sector, and before some 70 years, the largest employer were in primary sector. The shift is not seen in that, right? Hope you guys got this correct answer. I'm moving to the next question. I don't know where did you guys went, right, and not answering the one. So, which of the following example best demonstrate a debt trap situation? Okay, here are the options. Which of the following best demonstrate a debt trap situation? If you guys don't know about debt trap, ask me in the live chat option, explain it. Option are a shoe manufacturer takes a loan, completes an order, makes a profit and repays the loan. Okay. Option B, a student takes an education loan and repays it after getting a job. Option C, a farmer takes a loan from her crops, fail, and she has to sell a part of her land to repay the debt. Okay, or it's D, a person takes a housing loan and repaid it in monthly installment over 10 years. So here we are talking about debt trap. I got the answer of Rohit and Jessica SC. Yes, this is an example from NCERT. In NCERT, 2 examples were given, talking about one laborer and one farmer, and the other was from shoe manufacturer. Correct. So here they are asking you about debt trap. So what is debt? Basically, whenever you take, okay, whenever you take credit or loan from some person, that is known as karja in Hindi and debt in English. Okay, but what happens now? A farmer takes a loan for her crop. Here is a farmer, Sudha. She takes the loan from a money lender that I'll grow the crops in my land and will pay you back when I get the crops harvested. But somehow drought happened or a landslide happened in her area, because of which these crops failed. And now how she will repay the loan? The money lender is very cruel. She'll go to another person and take the loan again. Right? What happens if the crop fails for the second time? The person will go in a trap, and that trap is known as debt trap. Acha, do you guys know? Like, I particularly think that a new wave has been started in the society, that's credit card trap, right? We guys are falling into that trap, right? We are considering that the amount which is in credit card is ours. So instead of that cruel money lenders, the credit card is paying its role. I particularly think that it can be your views that yes, credit card is helpful also in its way, but I think that it will be a problem for the society as a trap. Okay, next question, answer correct was C. The number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 100 live children born in that particular year is known as. Options are infant mortality rate, net attendance ratio, literacy rate, or life expectancy. Tarak Mehta ka ulta chashma. So are you also someone who is eating food only by saying Tarak Mehta ka ulta chashma? Okay, the question is in front of you. Easy one, very easy. Fine. The question is number of children born or that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion to 1000 live children born in that particular year. So these definitions need to be remembered, because every word from this definition is meaningful, and you delete any of the word by mistake, it makes your definition wrong. So don't do that. Yes, option A. So who is an infant? Okay, who is an infant? Write down in the comment section right now. Who do you consider as an infant? A children before the age of dash. Tell me right now. Different people have different demographics. Correct. Arihan Basin, Namaste Ma'am, Ya Dupika. Arey bacha, we were talking about you, that you will come at 6 and say that Ma'am, main aa gaya. So I can see that you came here. Yes, Arihant, I remember you. Don't get late. We start the live session now at 5 only, okay? Does it means Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma? Then what does it means? Now it will end in next week. Okay, you are getting time for preparation now. Do one thing, prepare it that you are preparing it for your final exams. Okay, so it is a good chance. No worry. Always take it as an opportunity. So answer this question, beta. I asked you that who is an infant before which age? Do you know that? If you don't know that, write no so that I can tell you. So which age we considered the child as an infant? Infant mortality rate, net attendance ratio, literacy rate or life expectancy. Okay, see, we'll talk about other options. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for your answers. Okay, so life expectancy is basically longevity of life. It's basically what? Longevity of life, that how long basically you are going to live after your birth. Okay, and it's something around 69 for an Indian person. If we talk about literacy, it's basic education, right? Net attendance ratio, so in an age group, like for an example, between 14 to 15 years of student, how many of you are attending the schools? Attending the schools over 100 students. This is known as net attendance ratio. Infant mortality, yes, my dear students, you have given it as correct. Rohit just told me less than 1 year. Pay attention, very very important. So whom do you consider an infant? And child who is less than 1 age group and the child dies, right? The proportion is over 1000 child, then this is known as infant mortality rate. Clear? Give me a thumbs up. Is it clear? Chalo, next question, and the question is, what can be inferred as a primary reason for the historical shift from primary to secondary sector in the developed countries? So this is also directly taken from NCERT. Options are A, agriculture become less profitable. B, people preferred working in cities over farm. C, new methods of manufacturing were introduced and factories came up and started expanding. Or it's D, the service sector declined, forcing people into the factories. So crazy options in front of you. Okay, answer the correct one. We have the question, what is the reason, primary reason that we have seen a shift from primary to secondary? So we were talking about a shift that some around 100 years back, it was primary sector, then after that 100 years we shifted to secondary, and in some decades we are moving towards tertiary sector. There is even a question, what is the reason for the rising importance of tertiary sector? I got the answer of Rohit as C. Yes, it can never be that agriculture became less profitable. No, this is correct one. This cannot be, because service sector is not declining, rather it's increasing. So other students who are just waiting for my answers to come, here is the answer, but from the next time, pay attention, you need to give all the answers. Okay, C for civics. Okay, fine. So C was the correct answer. Next question, pay attention. A person in a rural area which is able and in need of work does not get employment from the government. Okay, she applies for daily allowances. Which of the following laws or rights justify her claim for this allowance? Very good question. Options are A, the rules of organized sector. Option B, the principles of disguised unemployment. Option C, that's right to information. Or option D, that's MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So which of the following is the correct option? I know that for those who know this is very easy question, but for those who have not read about it and don't know about the allowance wala part, right? One line is given about allowance wala part. If you just missed it, then there is a problem. And D for Deeksha Vedantu, correct. Aryant is in good mood today, I guess. So Back. Jessica is back. Jessica, fine. Answer the question in front of you. I just got the answer of Rohit as D. Arihant, rather than giving commentary, participate. What is the correct answer to this question? Give me the answer fast. Jessica, D. Okay, fine. So yes, we know that there was a scheme, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that was passed in the year 2005. Pay attention, again I am giving you a 3-marker question. Giving you a 3-marker one, that government says that how much they will give you 100 days of what? According to the scheme, they will give you 100 days of guaranteed. Never forget to write this word, guaranteed employment. Where you are going to get this guaranteed employment, bacha? In rural areas. Now see, what are the keywords? 100 days, guaranteed employment in rural areas. But if the government fails to give, the employment, then they will give you allowances. And this is what here it was. Okay, I said yes. Okay, you said yes. Sorry Arihant, I just missed your option D. So here, acha, you said D for Deeksha. For this one, my bad. So here it is. Here we got the answer to this question as D. Next one in the list is recognize and choose the options correctly match the term with their descriptions. I have divided it into column A and column B. It is very easy. Public sector motive, non-renewable resource, trade barrier, modern currency. Match them with the correct one. A tax on import authorized by the government of the country. Public welfare, crude oil. Very easy. If you are able to do the 1 and 2 from these, then whole question will be solved. Choose the correct option. Options are given here on your screen. Pay attention, give the correct answer. I got the answer as B. Very fast. Jessica here is answering me with B1. Great. Very good, beta. So yes, let's talk about it. Waiting for others to answer too. So public sector motive. Public sector motive is to provide what? Public welfare. Then here we have 3. Non-renewable resource, it's crude oil. 3, 4. See, where it is 3, 4, here it is 3, 4. So the answer is B as correct. Easy one. Don't waste your time when you're sure about the answer in 1 or 2 points only. Okay? Don't waste your time considering that I need to read everything, etc. वाह रोहित जी, जब तक वो क्वेश्चन पढ़ता है तुम्हारा आंसर आ जाता है. ठीक है, अब आपकी स्क्रीन पर है 7 करोड़. यू विल गेट 7 करोड़ इन ड्रीम्स. Next one. Okay. Recognize and choose the option that correctly match the term with its description. ये question है for 7 crores. Options, columns are public sector, per capita income, MNC and credit. Somewhere similar to the last one. And here the descriptions are written. A company that owns production in more than one nation. Easy. A loan from a cooperative society. ठीक है. The main criteria used by World Bank to compare countries or its motive is public welfare and not just profit. Choose the correct option. Options are in front of you. This one is also easy. Sweet dreams. Okay, whenever you will sleep today, you will remember that 7 crore in your mind. Pay attention to that 7 crore before answering to the question. 7 crores here become very important. I got the answer of Jessica and Rohit as A. Arihant is also saying A. So finally you also read the question along with them today. So great. Yes, public sector focus, its motive is to provide public welfare. So we are getting 4. So where is the 4? Here is the 4, here is the 4. Eliminate this one, eliminate. Per capita income. What is per capita income? A criteria. So here we have 3. Where is 3? Where is 3? A is the correct option. Here is 3. Very good. So next one. Recognize and choose the option that correctly match the term with their description. Again, Very easy. Sometimes you can find some terms as repetitive, but don't worry, question can come. Public sector motive, double coincident of want, liberalization, right to information. The process of removing barriers to foreign trade, enacted in 2005 to secure access to information. Third, the problem of the barter system, or it's fourth, that's public welfare. Again, an easy peasy one. Your ma'am also learned the terms, right? You are teaching me. Again, okay, I got the answer as A. So today A and C are rocking. Okay, let's check this. Public sector motive, public welfare. 4. So here it is. Eliminated. Double coincidence of want, a problem of barter system. 1, 2, 3. So where it is 3, there it is. Very good. See, this is how you need to solve your answers in your exams too. Fine. Okay, coming back to this, which of the following neighboring countries have better performance in terms of human development than India? Options are A, that's Bangladesh, B, Sri Lanka, C, Nepal, or it's Pakistan. Very easy question but important one, because an extract is given in your NCERT comparing both the countries that country lags behind us in many things, but here in the Human Development Index, the country is in front of Indian ranking. Which of the following it is? Okay. So, give me the correct answer to this question. Okay, very nice. You guys are giving the answer as B. And yes, you are very correct. It's not Bangladesh, Nepal or Pakistan. It is Sri Lanka. So, I have a question and description to this point. Sri Lanka ranks in HDI better than India. Ranks in Human Development Index better than India. But in civics, ma'am, we studied that till 2009 they were having civil war. If they were having civil war, then all these political, social and economic conditions, were deteriorated. Then how, ma'am, it is possible that the condition is good over there related to HDI? Because pay attention, whenever we talk about HDI, right, there are 3 points: that per capita income, then we have education, and third thing that we have health. And if you guys remember, the 74% population, okay, the 74% population there was of Sinhala, and they all focused on their development. So the rest were not developing, but the majority of them was developing. And this is the reason to this question. If anyone asks you such that, in 2-marker question also you can write that. You had a whole fight over this topic on Twitter, okay? And what was the objective of your fight? Can you share? So, get it? So, answer is A. Okay. Next question. Which of the following methods can reduce the dependence on informal? Bacha, this is informal. One extra A somewhere comes here. So, which of the following method can reduce the dependence on the informal sector? Options are banks and cooperative increase their lending, particularly in the rural areas. Okay. Interest rates are decreased on credit. C. Formal sector loans expands and everyone receives loan. Or D. That's all of these. How can we increase the dependence of people on informal sectors of India? So we know that in rural areas, majority of people, like there was a pie chart given in your book and the exact percentage is given that in rural areas, among the less educated people, the people are dependent upon informal sector for their lendings of loans. Okay, Rajan Prasad, welcome here, and you are giving the answer as D. Rohit, you are answering it as A, then you are correcting it to D. Okay, so yes, D is the very correct option. Easy question it was. Basically, pay attention. We know that there are two sectors of credits, formal and informal. In rural areas, the dependency is on which sector, bacha? Informal sector. Why? Because what happens now? The banks and cooperatives might have not reached there, or they are giving the loans in a high, what we can say, interest rate. So if you do all such things, then the answer is D, and D is the correct one to this question. So we have assertion reason in front of you, because today we have no assertion reason done, and here the question is front of you. My name is Anup. Okay Anup, welcome to Deeksha Vedantu. Here we go lives every day at 5 p.m. and we solve multiple questions and something surprising in live also. We are going to even give you something special, and that's crash course. I was not going to open up this point, but very soon you are going to get a crash course for free on YouTube. Assertion and reason. So the assertion is, India has experienced some significant changes in the contribution to GDP by primary sector. Okay. Reason is, in terms of GDP, the service sector emerged as the largest producing area in India, replacing the primary sector. Is it correct? Options are A. Both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation to A. C. R is correct. Sorry. A is correct, R is wrong. Or it's D, that's A is wrong and R is correct. So I just got one answer, that's A. Others, I'm waiting for your answers to this assertion and reason. Now it's high time we are having assertion reason in our MCQ session today, because assertion reason play a very, very important role in your preparation, right? Again, I got the answer of Anuj as A. Jessica, you can also tell me the correct one. Arihant, where are you? Just watching people giving the answers or trying or not. So, yes students, the correct answer here is this. How? Now question is how, ma'am? India has experienced some significant changes in the contribution to GDP by primary sector. What type of changes have been seen in their contribution to primary sector? No such large changes seen, right? See, we have seen that the percentage in terms of primary sector in the GDP is something very constant from a longer time. Rather, even we can see that it was 75% employment reduced to some 55% employment, but the GDP is remaining to be something very constant, okay? In terms of GDP, the service sector emerged as the largest one. Yes, the service sector emerged to be the largest one. This is correct, okay? Get this or not? Contribution to GDP by the primary sector, no such significant changes has been seen. Okay. Next question. Why is per capita income considered better than total income for comparison? Very easy. Now here, per capita income is itself not a perfect one for comparison, but when we compare it with total income, which one is considered better? Options are A, it helps in comparing living standard across countries. Option B, it focuses only on rural areas. C, it ignores economic growth. Or it includes only rich people's income. So why is per capita income considered better than what? Total income. Give the correct answer. Ma'am, why is there so much racism towards India? So, do you want me to answer this here? Towards India or in India? What do you want me to answer? I guess you are referring the world leaders, other countries having racist mindset for India, right? Am I right? Fine. So it helps in comparing living standards. Yes. When we talk about average income, okay, what is the formula for average income, bacha? So it is basically total income upon total population. And when only we talk about total income, right, we cannot examine Okay, we cannot examine the living standards of their people. Okay, because it also depends upon the area where you are living, the expenses you are doing, and many such factors. Okay, yes, answer A is very much correct. Next one, again in the form of assertion and reason. Assertion is high average income. Pay attention, high average income is not indicators of the overall well-being or overall human development of the country. Is it true? Reason is average income do not cover indicators like level of literacy rate, health facilities in a country, and the options are in front of you. Both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. A is correct, R is wrong, A is wrong, and R is correct. So, give the correct answer here. Rohit has given me the answer A. Fine. Others also give the answer. Anup, sorry. See, why do we have, there are so many factors for racism towards India. There are so many factors. And one of the most important factor what I consider is the citizens of India sometimes. Right? Because when we talk about our practices, we are so grounded. But the people all over the world do not understand the importance of that being grounded, being linked to culture. Right? The sticker is getting me again. Done. Yeah, about to complete. Done. About to done. Okay. Yes, both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation to this question A. Because here the question, if we will write because in between, then it is the reason for the assertion given in this. Okay. Okay. Glad. So great. We have completed one more thing. Complete geography in terms of MCQs format. So we started here with history, we completed geography, we completed civics, and today was about economics. So one cycle of MCQs ended here. Most probably for the next time, whenever we are coming with 2-3 markers, case-based questions, 5-mark important questions, sample paper solutions, and many more such things. If you guys have any doubt for today's sessions, anything from economics, just write down right now in the live chat option. I'll deal with that, or else we will end the class. So let me know, was everything clear to you from today's session, or is there anything that's sticking in your mind or just making you, what are we going to do on Wednesday? So we are planning what to do on Wednesday. Most probably you will be getting a sample paper solution on Thursday, but that will be on recorded format or live session. We are planning that, right? So we completed the cycle. I'll inform you guys what we are going to do via the community post and the WhatsApp channel that you need to join. Okay, all the informations will be provided to you over there. So for class 10 students, we have Deeksha Vedantu, where all subjects are being taught in English in one channel. Okay, so hope you guys are enjoying. Other classes are also going live with maths and physics particularly. Tomorrow we are going to have bio live also. Up till then, go check all our recorded videos because they are really crazy. I have put all the history dates, all the civics and economic dates in PDF format. Go check it. That is going to be helpful for you. We'll meet in the next live session. Up till then, take care, prepare for your exams. Goodbye.